Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to be talking about Kamala Harris and her trip to Guatemala. Well, first off, glad she made it down there because apparently there was a problem with Air Force Two. Um, I think they heard like a rattling or something. They were forced to land, something like that, something like that. But luckily, she's safe. You don't want harm to anyone. But it's what she said that's getting most of the news. Um, She tells migrants, do not come. Now, before we get into it, if you wouldn't mind like, sharing, commenting, and subscribing, that would be great. So, she's talking uh, to the Guatemalans about how we are going to enforce our laws, which is kind of odd because I feel like we've been getting mixed signals with the Biden administration. They have not been forthcoming when it comes to giving out clear policies on what they want at the border. Because on one hand, they want to give asylum or permanent residency to all the illegal immigrants in the states already, which of course the Supreme Court just struck down. And on the other hand, they're telling people not to come to the states. So we're just going to watch what she says. We're going to talk about the reaction, at least from the Guatemalans' perspective, and then what the White House had to say about it.
I want to be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border. Do not come. Do not come. The United States will continue to enforce our laws and secure our border. There are legal methods by which migration can and should occur. But we, as one of our priorities, will discourage illegal migration. And I believe if you come to our border, you will be turned back.
Uh, interesting, interesting. So, a lot of confusion on what they want with the border. Um, Obviously, there's a problem down there. Too many people than we can handle. And I think they're finally getting that. But this is what Jen Psaki had to say about all of this. So he just asked her a question. So they were talking about how AOC had condemned her, or she just said that this is disappointing. That's the extent of what she really said. And then she talked about how asylum seekers were allowed to be here, etc., etc. So we're just gonna see what Jen Psaki has to say.
Well, first, of course it is. And one of our focuses and the priorities of the president and the vice president is to improve asylum processing at the border, to work with a range of Democrats and hopefully Republicans, because in history it's been a bipartisan effort to get immigration reform passed, to ensure there's a more viable pathway to citizenship and a better processing at the border. What the vice president was simply conveying is that there's more work to be done, that we don't have these systems in place yet. It's still a dangerous journey, as we've said many times from here and from many forums before. And we need more time to get the work done to ensure that asylum processing is where it should be.
Well, quite frankly, that is not what she said. Okay, that is uh, middle of the road, no answer question. It's like, well, even though she said to go east, what she really meant to say is to go west. That's what she or Jen Psaki was implying there. I don't know why they would even bother with this. Uh, why they would even ask the question. Obviously, they're going to give like a no response. And you allow them to give no responses. That's why they give them. Otherwise, you probably get a straight answer if you push a little harder, but they don't push. There's like one guy who actually pushes them to answer questions, and they just shut them down every time. Anyway, that's the video. If you liked it, feel free to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day. God bless you. And see you next time.